let everybody add sexual discipline to their New Year resolution. You can't be going around without sexual discipline. Yeah, this is a very serious year. Is either you lock in or you continue clocking it online where other people are getting their goals done.
Be accountable, be responsible. Writing all the resolution you want to do this year. If you're not disciplined to ensure that you are going to follow all the things, if you are going to do something in January, today is the day you are supposed to start.
Deception many people wallow themselves in is that there's time. Procrastination. I'll do it in March, I'll do it in April. Before you know it, it's December and we're writing resolutions again. Don't just wake up in the new year and write stuff and think it's going to happen simply because you wrote it down.
More like a miracle.
Yeah, you should be intentional about everything you've written down. Hello viewers and Happy New Year. Welcome to another interesting episode of Talking Trends with LifeHub Podcast. I am Tumba Mercy.
And I am Ruth Lawan.
Thank you for joining us. So on today's episode, we have something very interesting to discuss. But before we do that, Ruth, tell me, how did you spend your Christmas? Because we were so unavailable.
Yeah, Christmas was interesting actually, but I don't think I did a lot. It was in the morning. I went to church. After church, came back, and we went out with family. But it was an amazing moment. Like I told you earlier when you were asking me a lot of questions. I think it's beautiful when you have your siblings leave because of work and lots of things, and later on they are back. You have to spend time with family, with friends, and lots more. Especially when you are an adult, you know all your friends are gone. Like everyone is hustling. Everyone wants to just get something for himself.
Yeah.
And we are now back. So it's an interesting moment. So how did yours go?
Mine was just there. I went to church. I came back. I slept off because I was so tired. I mean, this sun, no, calm down.
Like,
I can't get used to the sun. I can't be outside. I can't get used
what
to
about in the evening?
I was asleep.
You're sleeping in the evenings?
Yeah.
No, that's boring.
Because I make everybody.
You guys, it's already boring. Messi did not try for Christmas.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
Yeah, do it.
This New Year that we're
the party, and even though you just try to go out, which we did. We went out with my family, and one of the things I observe is everyone is out. Like everyone is out. That's why I don't want to get involved. It's not funny because you won't get the chance to just have that moment because people are
everywhere. Everybody outside.
Everyone is out there. But it's a celebration moment. So
there's to do fun. Yeah, you must have been fun.
So how did you celebrate your Christmas? You can write it on the comment section to tell us so that we'll have an experience. Maybe Messi will learn.
Yeah, maybe I'll be inspired. I'll be inspired.
She'll be inspired to learn
how to ball on Christmas
Day. Sleep Christmas Day. How can you sleep? Do you know what my younger sister said? I think it was after we came back from church and we were all seated after eating. We just seated, gisting, and she was like, "Are you guys sure it's Christmas?" And so what do you expect us to do? Should we start jumping and doing a lot because today is Christmas?
Yeah.
So we're supposed to go out, do this, do that. She still is one kid. She don't understand. So,
but you still
tell us how you celebrate your Christmas.
All right, let's go on a quick break, and when we're back, the show continues. Welcome back. So today we'll be talking about the habits that we shouldn't exhibit in the new year. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Some of the comments we received while we engaged with you on social media. So I think one of the comments we received here it says, waiting for the government for everything, complaining daily, but refusing to learn a skill. Start small and collaborate. I think this is what someone has said.
And the person is not wrong. We don't always have to sit down and wait for a miracle to happen for us to do what we have to do, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, most of the times we are always online nagging about the government, what they do not do, what they could do better. But we're just in our houses. No activities to show for it, nothing to show for it. So let's be outside and active.
Yeah, I think he pointed out learning a skill, which
Mm.
is very much important. Apart from, we all know about our economy right now.
Yeah.
If you're to depend on the work that the government has given you right now, you cannot do anything.
Yeah.
Imagine a civil servant that is married and you have 2 kids and you have a salary of 200,000. What is he going to do for you?
From where to
How is the family?
Yeah.
What is he going to? How is he going to pay for the school fees of the children and all that? So most of the time, people have to combine skills and the work that the government has given them, right? So that is very much important. At least know something. At least you have something doing.
Even if it's not like a handy skill, it could be like a tech skill. So if you have access to the internet, you can as well learn skills online to improve yourself. Maybe you can go. I mean, government work, most of them, they are not stressful like that. You close by 4 and within those working hours, you have opportunity to be going up and down. I think you can learn a skill and do better.
You know, nowadays people are employed based on what you can deliver. Most of the times, certificates do not really work for a lot of people. What can you deliver? I know someone who is a cleaner in an organization, but because of what she can do, she started working there because of how she can deliver. She knows the work. So what you are very much capable of doing depends on the opportunities you can get. You cannot just get or obtain all the theoretical parts of whatsoever you learned in school and expect to get a well-paying job.
It doesn't work that way. You have to do something. And I said, find something to do, know how to do it well, so that people will look for you everywhere. So that's the whole point of learning a skill. You should be very heavy on learning a skill. Another person here said, in the new year or on the day of the new year,
Yeah.
people should avoid spending money. The superstition says if the first thing you do in the new year is spend money, the year may drain your finances. But if the first thing you do is receive or keep money, prosperity grows.
I think someone made or gave an advice about something one time. He was saying, why not just decide as a person, depending on your income, to begin to save a certain amount of money daily. It can be weekly, depending on your capacity. It can be 500 naira. Before you know, you are having a very good saving. I think what he's saying is very important. I know someone that would say, please, though, you people that are saving money should save for us so that you save our lives in January. That's not that's not it. Calling you are going to face the wrath of or consequences of whatsoever you've done with your finances this this January.
Yeah, I'm talking about finances. I feel like everybody's aware of how bad the economy is. So it's just best that we all invest heavily into savings. Not every money you have, if you squander it, especially money that you don't budget for, and then all of a sudden somebody gives you money, invest it or save it.
You're not saying you should be stingy to yourself. All the necessary things you need, very important, you have to do for yourself. But when it's time for you to save, when it's not necessary for you to spend, you should do something about your finances.
And think about saving, you won't be stranded because you know you have money somewhere in case of emergencies. So just because it's January and everybody's still like celebrating up and down doesn't mean you should squander everything. I don't have the right to tell you how to spend your money.
Yeah.
But money, do what you want. But be wise about it.
Yeah.
This is a new.
The next person said, pride without progress. Saying, I know be small boy, but depending on others financially. I know a lot of people who do that. So don't do it. What would you like to say about it?
If you do that, you're an old taker now. Like, why would you be showing off and there's nothing to keep you steady? Don't impress us or us. You don't know our capacity.
Somebody says the internet don't even care. People don't really care what you wear, what you do. That what you're already stop about how good you look. So what can you offer?
So people go as far as being in debt because they want to look to impress
women, especially.
Yeah, child, don't do that. This is women do that. Spend within your means. If you must, spend within your means. Another person said, don't go into the new year with habits like ingratitude, arrogance. That limits you. that limited you in the previous year.
The truth is, for you to breathe, even if you don't believe in any kind of God, you're the one that believes that things just came or happened like that. You're supposed to be grateful for nature, for breathing for free. A lot of people pay for oxygen in the hospital. Someone said, we're not supposed to pay for oxygen because everybody gets free oxygen. But I said, in the hospitals, people have to generate all of these things for a lot of people to be fine. But at the same time, if you are breathing, you're supposed to be grateful for that.
And I read in a book some time ago that the author said nature has a way of blessing people, blessing grateful people with more things to be grateful for. So I feel like gratitude opens more doors for you because, you're appreciative. And this is not here to be entitled to somebody else's, let's say, money or material possession, whatever. Because if somebody's doing something for you, maybe those little urgent 2K here and there, you should be grateful for it. You're not entitled to people's help. You're not entitled to people coming and saving you when you need them or when you want their support or something. So it's something to be grateful for. No matter how little they can show for you, you should be grateful for it.
Somebody says religious hypocrisy.
That one is very important.
That one day, I'll say that one. Like, a lot of people who pretend to be religious, really pretend to be over religious. At the end of the day, you see the way they behave. Character is not there. Character is not there. And if there's anything we should consistently talk about, is most of the time how people react when it comes to religion. I always desire a society where people will respect one another regardless of your religion.
Yeah.
People will live their life not because of others, not because you want others to see it, but you are living your life for yourself as a person.
And the thing about being religious is the essence of religion is humanity in general. So if you're not being kind, you're not being empathic towards other people, you're not even worthy to be called a religious person. It's not about the covering and all of that. You say words that maybe dehumanize people. That's not nice. If you're religious, you should carry out. In fact, we shouldn't be asking if you're religious or not. We should see it in your actions.
Yeah.
Like your actions should show for it. So yeah, that thing of being unnecessarily religious and then rubbing it on people's face. Please, we're all matured this year, I hope.
Yeah.
So let's learn to respect people. Even if somebody says they believe in a stone, respect their stone and keep being at peace with other people. Another person said, on a lighter note, somebody said, please bath before going out and bath before going to bed this new year.
The truth is, I don't really care about bathing before going to bed. But bathing before going out, that one is very important. That one is very important. You help the society.
Yeah, right.
Community at large. You're supporting the community by bathing before going out.
So please bath.
One thing that people respect the most is how well you look. Regardless of, people don't really care about how expensive your materials or whatsoever you wore is. People are very much interested in how smart and good you look.
Do you know, for me, I have always had this soft spots for people that are very neat.
Especially smelling nice.
Yeah, people that are so neat. You see them show up, they are looking so sharp, their nails are trimmed, they smell nice, their haircut sharp. Everything about them is just giving home. They smell like home.
It reminded me of what our lecturer said one time. He says, if you're coming close to me, please, if you're coming to my class, you will have to be inspected. Just come and pass. If you're coming to the class, most of the time he comes very early. And if you're passing, if he feels or smells anything, he will ask you, can you want cat? Outside the place, did you take your bath? Are you showing us our bath? So he's that kind of person that he's funny. It's funny, really.
Yeah.
But it's very important.
It's very important.
Imagine you're only you corrupting the entire environment. So it's not
That's
nice.
not nice.
Not nice.
And the thing with having, like, being neat or having your bath or taking care of yourself is that it gives you this aura. I don't know if you understand. Like, your charisma doubles, your 500, your health.
All right, we're going on a short break. I'll be back to discuss more. Do stay with us. Welcome back. We've been discussing a lot today on the characters, behaviors, and how to come to 2026 with a good behavior. And we've said a whole lot of things. Personally, I didn't think of some of these things until I had to read some of the comments from some people. Yeah. Do you have more?
Yeah. Somebody said lack of taking responsibility and I don't care attitude and also manipulation. Talking about manipulation. Be accountable for your actions. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, if you're wrong, say I'm sorry.
Yeah. You don't have to, when you're wrong and then you're making the other person see why he is also wrong so that you'll be on the right side. Learn to be accountable and stop manipulating people.
Yeah, talking about responsibility, yeah. There are people that are not even responsible for themselves. And they're expecting others to be responsible for them, for themselves, for their needs, for a lot of things they need. It just expects that because you're an elder or because you have it all, you're supposed to pay their bills and do a lot of things for them. That's not nice. Be accountable, be responsible.
Another person said introvertedness. When it becomes a little bit much, becomes harder and more depressing, then to put yourself out there so people can find ways to help you.
You're talking about this introvertedness, it's a lot. Oh. Introvert, a lot of people are not married because of being introvert. Mercy, you slept on Christmas.
Calm down. Calm down.
You're supposed to see spouse.
If it's about that, you come to my doorstep.
The introvertedness,
It's fine me no matter what.
not going to fine on Christmas Day. Well, anyways, let's be a leader and associate with people.
Yeah.
You alone cannot progress. You can't succeed alone.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
No man's
You need people. No man is an island. Very important. And I think the last thing we have here is this person says discipline over motivation. A lot of people have a lot of lyrics in their mouth. They have a lot to say. It is good for you to do this. It's good for you to do that. There are people who are very good at advising. But if you look at their lives, it cannot be compared with what they are advising others to do. So be more disciplined than saying a whole lot of things. You don't need to flaunt around. You don't need to say a lot. If you are disciplined and you are doing what you are supposed to do, people are definitely going to see.
And you know the thing with discipline is you can't be disciplined if you're not focused. So let's say you have a target. I want to, let's say this year, I want to learn a particular skill. And then no matter the distractions, you know you're learning a skill, you go towards it. Either you register or you're pushing towards learning that particular skill. The distractions will come, but because your mind is on something, you always you're looking towards something. So the distractions will not be much. But in a situation whereby you don't even have what you want to achieve for the year,
a lot of times, right?
So even if you're disciplined, what are you disciplined towards? Literally nothing.
Yeah, a lot of times we talk about people who sit and write a lot of resolutions.
Yeah, you mentioned
things I want to do. You can have a list, entire book. You're feeling it, all the things you want to do this year. But the thing is, it's not all about finding a fine book and writing them down. One of the most important things to do is deciding in your mind that this is what I want to do, and
you stick with it.
That's where discipline comes in place. So even if you have a book writing all the resolution you want to do this year, if you're not disciplined to ensure that you are going to follow all the things, if you are going to do something in January, today is the day you are supposed to start it. Yeah. So you don't need to wait for 2nd January. 1st January, if need be, you're supposed to begin all the things you want.
And the deception many people wallow themselves in is that there's time. Like,
why would you
January, they add this time, I'll do it in March, I'll do it procrastination, I'll do it in March, I'll do it in April. Before you know it, it's December and we're writing resolutions again. So you have to be disciplined towards whatever it is you set your mind to do. And discipline does not only apply to probably your career path. It also applies to your character as a person.
Yeah.
How you relate with people outside of your community or inside your community. Somebody also, when you said somebody mentioned, let everybody add sexual discipline to their New Year resolution. You can't be going around without sexual discipline. Yeah, that's so in part of discipline. Let's inculcate. Don't do that. This is a very serious year. Is either you lock in or you continue clocking it online where other people are getting their goals done.
And the last thing I would like to say is tell yourself the truth. Always talk to yourself. If you feel like you're not doing the right thing, talk to yourself. No one will tell you the truth other than yourself. If you know you're not doing well, then you are not really doing well.
Yeah, you should talk to yourself. Have a tete-a-tete, what they call it, with yourself. You learn to forgive yourself too. You're human. You always make mistakes. You learn to forgive yourself. Learn to try again. And somebody said, don't live by charm. Like we mentioned earlier, you don't just wake up in the new year and write stuff and think it's going to happen simply because you wrote it down.
More like a miracle.
Yeah, you should be intentional about everything you've written down. If, let's say, taking a walk is something you want to do, don't feel like it's trivial. Let's be that you took a walk all through the year. And then at the end of, your body will even show.
Yeah.
I know of somebody that did not go to the gym to lose weight. The person took walks daily in the evening. And she lost, she was weighing more than 7 something. She weighs something just within last year. So I feel like we should learn to take baby steps in everything we do. Another person mentioned living by chance. You don't just sit down and set goals without having to work towards achieving them. When you set your goals, be disciplined towards achieving those goals. Write them down, do it, act on it. No matter how small you start, I believe before the end of the year, you get somewhere. Yeah.
Well, this is where we wrap up the entire show on LifeHub Podcast. Thank you for watching. And whatever it is you want to achieve this year, you will achieve it if you have a determination as a person. Thank you for watching.